me start off by saying I think art school is great. I never went, but I know that art schools are a great place to connect, to learn all the ins and outs of art, get your fundamentals down, get lots of critique, make friends within the industry, meet experts in the industry. Like, they're a great place to be when you're starting out your art career. However, art school is not your only option to having a great art career. So here's a few reasons why you shouldn't go to art school. If you don't have the money, don't go. This is one of the main reasons that I never went to art school, because I was like, this is a huge investment. I do not have the money. My family is not rich, and I cannot ask them to pay for me. Scholarships will only go so far. And I know that I will likely not pay off student debt for a very long time. Now, admittedly, I'm in Canada, and the student debt stuff is a lot worse in the States. So I guess that's just like an extra warning for you friendos in the States. If you don't have the money, don't go. It's a big investment. You can always wait a little while and go to school later if you really, really want to. I mean, you just gotta know what you're getting into. You're getting into student debt when you go to art school. Secondly, if you're not sure if you want to go to school, especially when you're just getting out of high school and there's a lot of pressure to go to a college or a university, if you're not sure, don't go. I remember when I was finishing up high school, I was really nervous about going to post-secondary. Because I was like, I don't have the money, I really want to go to an art school to make, like, artist friends, but I'm stressed out that, like, this won't be worth it. And I went and talked to my guidance counselor, and she was like, just go, just try it, maybe you'll like it, give it a year. And, like, a year would have been $20,000 or up, depending on where I went. So I was like, no, I can't just try it. If it doesn't work out, I won't have a diploma, and I'll just have all this extra debt. So yeah, it's a big investment. If you're not sure, just wait a couple years. It's okay. You're not weird if you're 22 and going into art school. You don't have to be 18 when you start. It's okay to take a break and try other things. I know there's probably a lot of pressure from, like, teachers, guidance counselors, your parents especially, but just know that it's okay to take a break between high school and post-secondary. There's nothing wrong with it. You're not a loser if you do it. It's okay to go work some crappy retail jobs for a little bit and save up your money. You never know. You might be able to start a career without ever going to school and do just fine. If you're a self-starter already, don't go to art school. One of the great things about art school is, like, networking, and it forces you to complete works and complete projects and study all the time. So, if you're doing that already, if you're going out and talking to people and networking and doing your work, finishing projects, whether it's a comic or something else, doing your studies, all that good stuff, then, you might not need art school to do it for you. That isn't to say that, like, art school facilitates everything. A lot of it is, like, hard work on the individual students. If you're the kind of person that does that anyways, you can do it without paying the big tuition. If you don't like critique, don't go to art school. What is this point? In art school, you're going to get a lot of critique all the time. It's super worth it. It's really good to get lots of critique on your work. But if you're not ready for it, then it might make you drop out of school. So if the program you're going to is not an art school, but an art program at a school that specializes in something else, maybe don't go. If you're going to be spending all this money on schooling, go to a place that will definitely get you that job when you're out of school. Go to the best school you can. And I know that's really hard because there's a lot of competition for, like, the top-rated schools, but don't settle for less. Truth is, if you just want to have fun with art and draw your OCs and do commissions and go to conventions, you don't need art school to do that. You can just do that right now, and you can make a career out of it and make enough money to live. You can post YouTube videos and make good money. Like, there's so many options to you out there to have an art career, and they don't all need schooling in order to happen. Like, you don't have to strive for Pixar to have a worthwhile and well-paying career. So whether you go to art school or if you don't, and no matter which art school you choose, it's going to be a long haul. You know, you're not going to have this amazing career your first year. Have you ever heard of the 20-year career? It's where you work for 20 years before you really hit it big, which is the usual path for people. Like, I know you always hear about, like, where lightning strikes and someone writes a book and they're world famous from, like, their first novel ever. But, like, for most people, it's 20 years of working and continuing to work and building a backlog. And they all turn out fine. So choose the option that will get you the career that you want. It doesn't have to be a super fancy art school. Or it can be. If that's what you want to do, don't let me shame you out of going to art school. Because like I said at the beginning of this video, art schools are a great resource. So there you go. That's my 2 cents. Coming from someone who never went to art school. So thank you so much for listening. If you have any questions or if you'd like to request a video topic, please leave a comment down below. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye!